And we are back with another episode of Write This Down. Did you miss us?
You was
It
supposed to say,
was
"Did you miss?" Like you
I
said,
yeah,
like
I
you
was
want.
gonna do it like Barnett Hill, but I can't do us and me the same way. But y'all
Oh,
know what's going on. And that's
oh.
appropriate for this topic anyway. I should have said it.
What the
That's one of the favorite episodes of Martin. Oh man, we got a lake out back called Lake Barnett. Catfish on delicious.
delicious? That's probably one of my favorite episodes too. That and
Yeah.
the Rockwild episode.
Oh yeah.
No,
CD player episode of the Rottweiler, yeah.
when they were at Chilligan's Island.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
That's a
episode.
really good one for
That's a
sure.
really good episode.
But what's up, people? We are back, family. We are back like we've never left. Myself, Marcus, along with my beautiful co-host.
Angela.
So
Angel with the A.
yes. We happen to be back, happy to be back in these streets, these pod streets, this pod land, if you will. A lot has transpired since we last showed our beautiful faces. So we're gonna do it a little different this time since so much has happened. Cover some current events. One namely being, obviously, everyone knows that the New York Knicks are now the NBA champions, unfortunately. Because of,
Oh my God, I was rooting for them.
no, not me. I
You
hate the
wanted the other
Knicks.
team to.
Yes, I wanted the Spurs to win. I'm from Atlanta. I don't like the Knicks.
I
Shit.
mean, I understand that. I typically choose. I'm not a sports person, but the
Mm.
other team had that really tall boy. Like he freaked me out. I didn't want him to win
Victor
just because
Wembanyama.
I don't like how big he is. He makes me very
Pause.
uncomfortable. Like, and not okay. And also, that is probably my favorite podcast right now. We can get back to that, but like, he makes me very uncomfortable with how tall he is and thin. Tall, like he's so thin. He like look like one of them things that like are outside of car dealerships when the wind blows, they be moving back and forth. That's what he looked like when he run up and down the court. And I'm like, I actually don't want him to win. It's too. I don't like.
uh, yeah.
I'm rooting for the other team.
Well, you got your wish. The Knicks won. It was an unusual series. I believe the Spurs were up 72% of the time and still lost. So now here we are. They're partying in New York as we speak. Again, being from Atlanta, I despise the Knicks. Shout out to Trey Young.
Is that a beef? Is that a beef?
I mean, we're in the same conference. The last
Okay.
couple of years, we got the best of the Knicks when Trey Young was there, so they hate Trey Young. So he's no longer with the Hawks, but so it's forever beef with me for
I was
sure.
gonna say who he play for because I was just listening to Lotto album and she said something about him not being on the team no more on
Yeah,
her
he plays for
album.
the Washington Wizards now.
Okay, see, I
So
know ball. I
yeah,
know
yeah,
ball because I know rap girls, so
yeah,
I know ball.
yes. So along with the Knicks winning, we can keep it in New York. We're hearing some people are upset at my main man Hove about this Target mess going on. You have any thoughts about that, Ange?
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this before I say what I gotta say. I am very biased about the people. Like I'm always gonna have a biased take about people that I like. Jay
Yeah,
Z is just like one of my favorite rappers.
right.
He's like one of my favorite celebrity people. So like I'm gonna have a very biased opinion. Like
Yeah.
not too much on him. I mean, unless we get to some Kanye Diddy territory, then we can
Mm,
reassess our allegiance. But like
mm.
other than that, I do feel like people have been trying to find a reason to get him the fuck out of here
Oh yeah,
anyway. I just think
for a
it's one of
while.
those things. I think this in particular is just egregious. Like literally everybody does not everybody, but most artists does
Yeah.
like a separate release with Target or like some sort of special release. Even
Yes.
some of our other favorite albums, like if you go look, they have also done this. Like, what are we doing? What
Yes.
are we doing?
I did see that. I can understand both sides. I did see that. Well, I mean, 'cause they just said when Kendrick dropped GNX, he had the same thing in Target. There was no smoke for Kendrick at that time. I think people are more up in arms about this in particular because of who Jay Z is, one, his impact on the culture, and also what he's done in the past as far as people feel a way about the NFL partnership. So now they feel like this is another slap in the face. Um, not too much on Hove for me either. I mean, I feel like Hove has done so much more than a lot of people combined for the black community, but I get it. I'll be foolish if I say I didn't get it, but
Mm,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
just like, oh my God, let's tear him down because of this.
yeah.
But
I
I
don't.
understand. I
I agree.
understand the anger.
I agree. I understand people's argument. I don't. I think I agree differently with it. I
Mhm.
disagree, and I agree differently with what they're saying. I definitely understand. But
Yeah,
I do think that it's a witch hunt. Like, just a couple weeks ago, y'all was calling a man goddamn hair a wig. Like, it's like, it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like, I mean, we're on a witch hunt here. It is what it is. Like, the whole
I mean, Hove has been Hove for a very long time. So when you reach that realm, it's gonna be criticism from all sides. So it is what it is. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
but I also think it's a lesson in pedal girl, let me stop drinking the wine. Putting our, like, celebrities
On a
on
pedestal.
a
Yeah,
pedestal. Right, that's what
yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to say.
Uh-huh.
He is a rapper. He is capitalism final boss. He is not fucking like, he's not an activist. You have to
Mm,
stop looking to rappers to be activists. Like, you do want them to use their platform,
right,
but,
right, right.
like, at the end of the day, they out here they trying to make money. They wanna be rich. Like, it
Yeah,
is what it is, and so,
yeah.
take
So
that with a
yeah,
grain of salt.
yeah. Um, Another thing that is popular on socials, as you know, is everyone and their mother is watching Love Island these days.
Except for me.
Uh, yeah, a lot of people watching Love Island. My fiance loves it. She watches it all the time. So obviously, I catch it every now and then. It's just a dumb show to me, but it's popular.
And the people are so young.
Yeah.
I don't find it like, I don't I per like, I see all of the critiques, and I'm just like, I don't think that I find the way that young people date interesting, because I think that you do dumb shit when you're young. So, like, everything that they do is going to annoy me. And who I look like, my big old 42-year-old
Yeah.
ass
Yeah.
calling a young girl dumb because she too emotional
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
she's, like, young. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't feel like
But yeah,
that's
because
really
we
my lane.
yeah.
Like,
I don't know if yeah, because we did dumb stuff obviously when we were younger, per se,
what?
but I think the challenges are a bit silly sometimes, and I would definitely, just me being a germaphobe I am, I wouldn't be kissing people back to back to
Oh,
back like
please.
that.
I would
That's
have been put off the island because you put your lips on me, I'm slapping you. I don't know you. But no, I do think some of the conversation around it is really interesting. I'm like, oh, this is like a sociology class. Like, this entire experiment,
yeah.
it is all like, I do enjoy some of the conversation where we talk about, like, human interaction and stuff like that. I'm like, this is, it's actually some substance there if you look at it from a
Oh,
different
yeah.
lens,
Yeah, yeah. I
for sure.
mean, yeah, you could definitely take a deep dive on the social aspect of it. I think it's
Do they
all
win anything?
yeah, I think the remaining couple wins money. The last couple wins money.
Oh, okay, so it's a competition.
Oh, for sure, yeah, it's a competition.
Okay. I just feel, and it's also too much. Like, I'm like, how many days does it come on a week? Now, as somebody that used to watch Big Brother, I have my nerves to talk, but I just feel like Big Brother was, like, way more entertaining.
Oh, yeah, I
But
never
then I
watched
don't
Big
know.
Brother. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, I
I
never
feel like
watched
you will. Did you watch Traders?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't either,
Traders?
but I hear it's like a
No. I
show.
was a big person of, like, if the show came on network television, I really didn't watch it if it wasn't a
Ah,
black show.
okay,
Like, if it was
okay.
just a regular on network television, I was an HBO, Cinemax type nigga growing up, you know what I'm saying? So,
Oh,
I
see,
didn't
well, we didn't
watch.
have it, so,
I'm
you know.
I'm saying when I got, like, even when, like, in college and stuff, like, when I finally,
Oh, okay, well,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
By the time I
yeah,
got to college, I wasn't watching no TV.
yeah, but Big Brother came out when we was in, like, college, right?
That's true. I might have
Yeah,
been out of
yeah,
college.
yeah, high school, something like that. And, yeah, so moving along to some more somber news, Peabo Bryson, one of the R&B greatest voices, passed away recently. So we wanted to take a moment to acknowledge Peabo Bryson. Are you familiar with Peabo Bryson?
Yeah, I literally told Marcus, I thought that was a fighter. Ain't it a fighter named Bryson? Like a street fighter that passed up? Like, I literally thought, baby, I don't know who number. I said, I
And
said,
tell him why you don't know this.
let me Google this man. But,
Tell him,
like, I was a sanctified kid. We didn't listen to music. So when I have a very, like, limited scope of, like, old school music because we just
yeah,
didn't listen to it. Like,
yeah,
people were like, My mama used to turn on Frankie Beverly and Maze when she cleaned up. No, my mama turned on Shirley Caesar,
Right,
Mississippi
so you
Mass.
couldn't
Like
listen
we were
to
listening
secular
to.
music in your home at all?
No, I didn't
Okay.
listen to that stuff until I went to my daddy's people house,
Mm,
and then I listened to it, but it wasn't enough. So like my music knowledge starts in the late 80s, early 90s. Like
yeah,
anything before that, if it wasn't
yeah.
popular, I probably don't know it. I be asking people, can you send me a playlist? Please send me a
Yes.
playlist.
I mean, well, you know me, I always lace everybody with playlists. So
Yeah.
so break it down. People Bryson, like I said, one of the great R&B voices that I remember. So my parents played all that. I played all, all the music. I was very musically inclined to listen to a lot of soul R&B stuff growing up. People Bryson had one of my favorite old school songs. It's called "Can You Stop the Rain." Um, some people might be familiar with New Edition, "Can You Stand the Rain?"
I know
But
that one.
yes, so but for me, I think Peabo Bryson's songs clears that song. I feel like that song is controversial topic, but I feel like "Can You Stop the Rain" is better than "Can You Stand the Rain?"
I feel like I'm hearing the song in my head.
Yeah, baby, can you stop the rain? Yeah, so I'll send it to you.
Okay. I was gonna go
Yeah,
listen to it. I was gonna do
yeah,
that anyway.
yeah. I don't want to do the song any injustice. I can't sing,
I was gonna
but
go do that anyway. But also, right before we got on here, Tay Keith.
oh yes, that is breaking news. Yes,
Oh
he
my God.
passed away.
Look at
That
me.
is
So surprised.
unfortunate.
I said, I
Yeah,
don't know
very
what
sad. Very sad. Very sad.
yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Ah,
Rest in peace.
yes. Rest in peace to both individuals. Um. So yeah. So this episode, before we get into the episode, we always talk about, it's been a minute. Any new pickups? Anything that you grabbed fashion wise where you're out?
I haven't been doing any shopping. Like I haven't
Yeah.
purchased anything. But I've been down bad the last month. I
Mm.
did get a few summer pieces in. I bought some Tibby pieces, a couple pairs of shorts, some Jill Sander short.
So some
Uh,
shopping.
but
It's,
I literally just got that today.
oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
other than that, that's pretty much it. So I'm very unprepared for summer. I
yeah,
don't have money. Very unprepared.
yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. What did I do? I haven't gotten much either. But I did get I think I got I know I got a Porter and Yoshida and Company bag, like a
Okay.
travel bag. Uh, I got a couple of Willie Shabaria tops. Um, and that's about it for real.
I
I
will be
did
spending a week
I
in New
did,
York, so maybe I'll buy me a little something while I'm
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, when are you going?
I'm going the 6th through the 13th, so I'm going for the concert. Speaking of Hove.
Oh yeah, I'll be up there too. You gonna be up there.
Speaking of Hove,
I'm gonna be up there
yeah,
just that weekend, the 10th through the
yeah,
13th.
yeah. So I'll be there that entire week. I just made a week of it.
Oh, okay, cool. Speaking of travel, I also will be in Chicago, listeners. I am coming to Chicago. What is it? The 7th through the 10th, I believe. So we will do a Chicago show. So we'll have all the deets for that for you all as well.
Yeah,
And we got to check out some food in Chicago. I love Chicago's food. So I know Matthew took you to some good places where he was at.
we did. We had a ball. We had a ball. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So let me introduce this topic, episode 3, season 2. This topic is about 90s fashion, and in particular 90s sitcom style and how it influenced 90s fashion, not only for us, but also other shows and other people in the culture as well. So I was hitting the Reddit streets, and I came across a question about this. What kind of prompted us to do this. People like I feel like '90s fashion had them way more personality than what we see now. You had bold colors, leather fits, real streetwear energy, and now everything feels recycled trends. And the user said, "Am I wrong, or did the '90s just do it better?" And I say, no, you're not wrong. I think the '90s did it better, and that's why we are bringing you this topic today. Like what and how the black sitcom style icons set the
Yeah.
tone for the '90s.
I just think that 90s was very culture focused. Okay, I'm talking about Black culture. for
Yes,
Black
yes.
people. It was very, like, cultural.
Everybody
We
in the
had
culture, they
Falcon
know the
Eye,
culture.
we
Yeah.
had Cross Color, like, we had brands literally for us, by us, right?
Mhm.
And some of the other bigger brands like a Tommy Hilfiger or Polo or, Ralph Lauren, I should say, or whatever,
Mhm.
sort of was, like, mimicking their, like, ready to wear, like, streetwear offerings off of the culture because we had Sean John. Hate to say
Yeah.
it, but, like, it was, like, one of those things or whatever. So,
Yeah.
like,
And
culture was working in the 90s.
yeah, just even when Tommy and Ralph Lauren before they even started to steer that way because of culture. Like I feel like the culture
Yeah,
forced them to do that because
yeah,
you would have, especially we talked about New York earlier. I would be remiss to not mention about how New York's influence on style in the
mhm,
'90s when it comes to polo. Everybody remembers the low heads and things like
yeah,
that. So that those people influence even the designers themselves. So
mhm.
the '90s had a big part of it, and I think sitcoms and movies such as Boomerang and things like that set the tone for how fly you can be
Absolutely.
when it comes to streetwear and like in the office with suits
I
and
was
things
gonna
like
say
that.
that. It was, like, all around because a lot of
Mm,
our, like, 90s movies, they were, like, professionals. Even the TV shows. Most of the Black 90s movies and TV shows, people were, like, professional. They were going to the office, they were wearing suits, they were carrying briefcases. So you
yeah.
got, like, a full spectrum of, like, style. It wasn't just streetwear.
Right. And when we believe the black '90s sitcoms were revolutionary for fashion, and that's why we picked this topic. And we focus on shows. Our primary focus is shows Living Single, Martin, A Different World, and Fresh Prince. Those are a few that come to mind, particularly for this aspect of fashion and how it set the trend tone in the '90s. I mean, Fresh Prince he had all the Jordans, him and Martin. Martin had all the Jordans as well. The track suits, Living
Yep,
Single. Regine was killing it on Living Single. Her style, even Khadijah had her own style, which kind of mixed the tomboyish flavor into it. And A Different World, same thing. A Different World. You saw a Willie dressed to the nines in her upscale clothes, and you also saw a big push with when it came to repping different colleges with sweatshirts.
yeah. Kadisha did
Uh,
that a lot too. It was
Khadijah,
like
yeah,
it was a
Mark, yeah,
like, she did that a lot too. So it
mm,
was really cool.
yeah, really cool. And what's a fun fact about Regine? I know we talked about the
Oh, that,
stylist
they recycled her wardrobe for the nanny.
for the
So
nanny.
Fran
Yes,
Drescher, a lot of her wardrobe was recycled from Regine,
yeah,
Regine's character on Living Single. Both
yeah,
of them was fly though. I said, "Oh,
yeah,
okay."
yeah. And that just goes to show you the influence not only
Mhm.
with us within the culture, but outside of the culture as well. I mean, because Black people, we set the tone. We set the tone in a lot of different places, and style just style, art, and music just happens to be one of them. And as you mentioned earlier with Living Single and just defining the '90s career woman style, like every person on the show from Maxine to Khadijah to Regine to even Sinclair had their own mix of style. You know what I'm saying?
And I
So
think it perfectly fit not just the character's personality, but, like, their job, like their overall sales, it perfectly, like, embodied who those characters were supposed to be. I think they did a really good job.
yeah, yeah. Because if we talk about even Sinclair, like they had her as a free spirit,
Mhm.
quirky, excuse me, eclectic, artistic, and it matters. She had the
Yeah.
overalls, the different prints, the
The
mismatched
little
patterns. Yeah,
blossom hats that
yeah,
folded up with, like, the flowers in the middle, very much like,
yeah.
you know
Vintage style, and that's and a lot of it is still relevant today. And we just talk about
Mhm.
the pattern mixing is back. Personal expression is coming more. We were in an area of muted fashion, but now the bold is coming back as far as personal
Yeah.
expression, the vibrant colors. So that's coming back. So everything it always recycles. So that's one of them with Sinclair. And we talk about Regine. I mean, she was the fashionista, the statement
Mhm.
pieces, designer, everything, animal print, glamorous mini
Just
skirts, just yes, a
just
ladies'
I
lady.
who do you think was your favorite dress or best dressed character on living single?
When I was younger, I was just so drawn into like I even like now with my fiance now, I just love a feminine woman. I feel like Regine embodied that. So she was
Okay.
my favorite. She was just the
Okay.
most feminine one, and she was always fly. Same thing with Different World. Whitley was my favorite because Whitley was the most feminine and just had that aura about her. So definitely Regine for me.
You know what's
What?
crazy for me? Across these shows, it's always the men for me. Like,
Mm,
I just thought that the men had, like, such great style. If I had to choose somebody off of Living Single, it would have been Khadijah, even though it's a little more relaxed than I am. But, like,
yeah,
her overall style was, like, very, like, cool, casual, which I think like, lends itself more to my style. I think if I could mix her and Max, because I
yeah,
like Max's structure and, like, her suits, like you said, the
yeah.
color. I
Sophisticated. She had power suits,
yeah,
pencil skirts, Taylor
yeah.
blazers. Yeah.
So if I
High
could
heels. She always
mix
had high
the 2
heels
of
too,
them,
yeah.
yes. Something I also really liked about Max is that her hair was very Afro-centric, like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And something that I probably stopped doing in my late 20s is not stop doing because obviously I gotta weave my hair now, so I still wear it, but something that I always make a point to do is to, like, wear my natural hair at some point,
Mhm.
like, at a job,
Yeah.
and when I was, like, trying to get the strength to do that, like, I would look at somebody like a Maxine Shaw and be like, "Girl, Maxine had a bob with her hair shaved in the back with some braids.
Mhm, yeah.
You can wear a little wash and go. You can wear a little teeny weeny afro to this interview and you will be fine." So it was like I would say like a mix of those
Yeah.
2. No, I feel like Max and Obi, not Obi, Max and, what was the oth Kyle. They had the
Kyle, yeah, I was about to say Kyle had good style too
they
now. Let's not
literally
do
had
a
the same style, just
yeah,
boy and
Kyle.
girl.
Yeah, Kyle had his own mix, especially a lot of Afrocentric pieces. There were Taylor Will that looked nice. And Kyle was also only difference between Kyle and Max is Kyle was bougie like Regine.
Very bougie.
Bougie
Like,
very
yes,
much. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's true. That's
yeah, yeah,
true. He was
yeah.
very bougie, but I think also Kyle is a great representation. Like, when people think about the '90s, a lot of the times they reference street style or they'll reference, like, big clothes and sagging and stuff like that, but there were so many men that like my dad, for instance, he wore a suit and a tie and, like, that type of to work every day. Like, there were
Yeah.
also men that showed up like Kyle every day
Yeah.
in the '90s.
Yeah. Same way.
So,
Yeah, my dad same way. We were suit
yeah.
and tie every day. He wouldn't let my mom take us to buy suits. He wanted to do it himself. I never
Yeah.
forget. He got my mom loves telling this story. One time, my dad was traveling. She took us to get suits, and she took us to J.C. Penney. And my dad had a fit. He said, take those suits back. And he took us up the next weekend. Went to the Buckhead Men's Shop and got suits back. So that's
Yes,
how my dad
take
was.
'em back. People laugh
Yeah,
at, like,
yeah.
remember the 2000s when they were wearing, like, the big like, when Carmelo Anthony and them were, like, being dressed,
Mhm.
they had them big
Oh
suits on. I'm
God,
like,
yeah.
that was a choice. That was, like, a style choice. That wasn't, like, a lack
Yes.
of knowing in the Black community. No, that was an actual style choice. No, our dads
Yeah,
and their
back
dads, they knew how to put on a proper tailored
yeah.
suit.
Yeah, I feel like in that era, I feel like it got lost a bit because they were just
Yeah.
so boxy and big, and
Yes.
like it was ridiculous. It was
I'm like, that
ridiculous.
was just a sign of the time. But a lot of
Yeah,
people would be like, "Oh, they ain't had no they nobody taught them, but they in there with them big suits." No, no. Mm.
yeah, but yeah, I
Not
just
too
buy
much on Washington. Them
yeah,
motherfuckers was suited and booted. What are y'all talking
yeah,
about?
I hated the big suits. I can't even lie.
Oh, it was
I
bad.
like how roomier fits are back in, but we were like we overdid it at that time. Like,
Overly.
but my dad was
Y'all
always naturally conservative, so he never put us in big
okay,
suits. So
that
he was
makes sense.
always conservative. He never like we never did. Like, I never had
And
Steve
my dad
Harvey
worked
kind
in
of
hospitality, so he it's just something that he learned because he was
yeah
people facing, like, all of his career, so, of
yeah
course, suit was gonna be nice and tailored and stuff like that. So, yeah, I
yeah
did really like Kyle's style too.
yeah. Kyle, and like I mentioned earlier, like in Boomerang, look at how the style Boomerang. Everybody in Boomerang was fly.
Well, I
Like
wrote down that, like, I love the sitcoms style, but
mm,
really, it was the movies for me.
hmm
Like, I'm specifically thinking about women in TV shows, like I said, I loved Martin's style. If I had
Mhm.
to choose anybody from Martin, I wouldn't choose Gina. I wouldn't choose Pam. I would choose Martin.
You choosing
If
Martin,
I
okay.
had yes, if I had to choose anybody from Fresh Prince, I would not choose Hillary. I would choose Will for
Okay.
like bench press. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I would choose. Well, I would
But
choose
Hillary
to
was
be.
fly though. Hillary was fly.
You said Hillary was fly, but it was like a little too frou frou for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
in my mind, growing up in the '90s, like
Mm.
I wanted to be like a. I thought I was gonna grow up and be like a sexy. So like I wrote down like Robin from Waiting to Exhale,
Okay.
or Angela from A Low Down Dirty Shame.
Mhm.
Or like, let me tell you something. I loved it when Angela would walk. You remember she got that call when Kim Fields called her and was like, they had some perfume that she wanted for her at the store
Yeah.
in a lot, and she went. She had on that black dress with them shades, and she had
Mm.
her, and it was like that's how I thought
That's fly,
I
yeah.
was going to be when I grew up. So like very like sexy and feminine and stuff. Like that's how I thought I was gonna be.
Mm.
Jacqueline,
Mm.
Boomerang,
Yeah,
Robin
that's what I'm
Givens.
saying. Robin Givens
Oh
killed it on
my
Boomerang. Yeah,
God,
she
like,
was
that's what
beautiful.
I thought adulthood was going to look
Yeah,
like.
she
Jordan,
was, yeah.
Best Man, I love
Yeah.
Nia Long's character in Best Man, and then
And the
I
along
wrote
in I like the style they had in Love
Love Jones.
Jones.
Mhm.
Yes. Especially in particular she had the shades you'll see with the leather
Yes,
that they put on a lot. That
super
was fly.
cool. To be honest, I think if I had to choose a '90s character whose style most mimics or my style most mimics now, or
Mhm.
it's, like, most relative to, it would be Nia's character in
Oh, in Love
the
Jones. Oh yeah,
mhm.
yeah, I like that. Yeah,
That would be that character
I
in Love
like
Jones.
that kind of that I won't say not it's kinda like effortless, like, kinda style,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
T-shirt, fly
Yeah.
jacket, and just get up and go, but you still look put together type.
Yeah, t-shirt might
Yeah.
cost $700, you just would never know it. But, like, just
Yeah.
like a t-shirt, leather jacket, some jeans, some boots,
Mhm.
minimal makeup,
Yeah. Yeah.
natural hair, keep it moving, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
And
like you like the really feminine girls?
but I did like Nia. I just love Nia Long, period. And she
Yeah.
wasn't like I mean, well, she did exude a lot of femininity in that role as well. But yes, I did. I mean, but I did like but growing up, you had to also like tomboys growing up because a lot of women dress like
They
Aaliyah,
did. Oh,
TLC.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was also I mean, they were still feminine, but they were just dressing like a lot of what the guys had
Even
on as
back
well.
to '90s sitcoms, when you think about Jada's what was Jada's character's name on A Different World? She was very, like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When she first
you know what
came,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. When she first got up to that's what season 5 of A Different World.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. She was very, she was from Baltimore. She's from the streets of Baltimore,
Yeah.
so they had her.
Very urban, street, like,
Yeah, yeah,
style.
yeah. What was her name?
I don't know,
that's
that's
gonna
what I'm
drive me. I just watched
he
it because
me calling them by
Lena. It
their
was
real name.
Lena. It was Lena.
Lena! That was her name.
Yeah,
That's right, that was her name.
yeah, Lena. Yeah,
I
yeah. I
like
remember
Lena's
that.
style, but my favorite person on A Different World, Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne had a good style of
He
Different
had the
World.
best style to me.
Yeah,
Kept a fresh
Dwayne
pair of
had
kids.
yeah, he did. He was like a Dwayne was like Kanye.
Yep.
That's how he was. He's like a cool nerd who was stylish in his own way. The flip up glass. He was definitely Kanye.
Mhm.
If I had to give a comparison, he was like the old Kanye. Like that's how he was. Smart, stylish, but nerdy but fly. And that's what bold style, Prince.
Yep.
He wore Jordans all the time. He had the jerseys. He had the Cunningham jersey. I remember the throwback. He had the Knicks jersey. He had all that. He had the
He was so
fade.
fly.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Like, now that we're talking about I'm thinking about, like, characters that were all meant to kind of play the same trope. So you have, like I would say Regine was a little more promiscuous, but she was supposed to be, like, the bougie, prissy girl in the show. So you have, like, Regine, you have Hillary, you have Whitley, all playing pretty much the same trope, but, like, very different styles. And I
Yeah.
think that's to, like, you know, just personal style as a whole. Like,
Yeah,
people can
just
have
creativity, yeah, in general,
yeah.
yeah. From the
Yeah, people
stylist
can
of the
have the
shows.
same,
Yeah,
like, background or personality, whatever the case may be, and have very different interpretations of how they, like, display that. It's
for
not
sure.
like that today, though, right? Like,
No.
everybody it's the same. If they have the same interests, they listen to the same music, they
Yeah,
literally present the same.
yeah. It's because it's just so much of it's not it's no originality now.
Yeah,
It's so many people are just sheep when it comes to, especially when it comes to clothing. Yeah, everybody wants to follow certain trends. You can do it, but put your own spin to it.
yeah.
I don't want to
Also,
see people look like mannequins.
yeah,
Yeah,
which I was going to say, which is why when the resurgence of 90s fashion, even
yeah,
2000, when it like the resurgence always falls so flat because these kids, I hate to be, ooh, I'm gonna be an old lady, but like the kids these days are like very literal with their interpretations of
mm,
like the thing. Like you don't have to like say, I'm going to do this 90s fashion look and then literally go and put on, a white shirt that you cropped with some jeans and you put the crop part on your head like Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice. Like
mm,
you have to like you do not have your own interpretation of that. Like when you
right.
look at that, do you not see, okay, I like this, but like let me put my own spin on it. It's like the literal interpretation of it. And then
Yeah,
you start looking like a caricature of the 90s of
yeah, like a
or
costume.
yeah,
Yeah, you like a. That's what I say. It's like
it's
sometimes you look.
Halloween.
Yeah, you just. Yeah, that's like that's how sometimes I feel about how like 2 Chainz dress sometimes. Like I feel like if somebody say, uh, show me what a rapper dress like, I feel like that they would say this you would pick 2 Chainz. It's like a caricature of a rapper because he's so over the top sometimes
Yeah.
with how he
Was
dresses
he
or how he
always like that? Because what was the group that he was with before he went? Wasn't he in a group?
he was in the yes, it was a duo. Him oh my god, they're gonna kill me. He was, but it wasn't a popular group. It wasn't like a
Okay, but
commercial
I
group.
feel like my brother, my brother, he used to listen to a lot of Southern rap, like
Mm.
a lot of Southern rap. So I feel like I remember him being in like a
Yeah,
group.
he was in a group. Yeah.
I was saying that to
It
say
was play he was in a group called Player Circle.
Prayer Circle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the name of the group.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, was he always flamboyant in his style like that? Because I also think
Yeah.
that I literally was
Yes.
just seeing a clip of him in a podcast with his son, and I was like, "What the fuck do you got on?"
He just be
Like
so over the top. And I
I
love
just
2 Chainz, but it's
I
just
just know, but like
like dress up if someone say dress up like a rapper for Halloween, I feel like people would
that's
dress
what
like
they
2
would
Chainz.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Or
Yeah.
the infamous Cameron, but that was, like, so iconic, though. Like, you see what I'm saying? So,
Which
like,
the what?
remember
Which one?
Cameron wore the pink.
Oh, the pink.
I feel like
Yeah.
anytime you ask somebody to dress up like a rapper, that's what they do. But I
Yeah,
also think
sometimes,
that
yeah.
that was, like, very iconic for that time.
Yeah.
Anything after that is just like a caricature of, like, that thing.
Yeah. So, it happens, but 90s style in 2026, like I said, it's definitely back. You got the oversized blazers now. You have a lot of sleek modern prints. And even with the sneakers, they're toning down. It's more minimalist sneakers.
Yeah, it's
You just
very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Low profile. A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
low profile sneakers. Like,
Yeah.
that's the style.
Yeah. The crop tops you talked about,
Yeah,
high waisted jeans, the bold. So even like I said, suits are roomier now. So it's bold.
yeah,
You have some like some even shoulder pads are back now. So it's like
yeah.
stuff like that. And obviously the track suits. Martin used to kill the track suits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, a lot of
Jersey even
luxury
Jersey,
branded track suits now.
I literally have
But
on a jersey dress. That was the 90s though, that was
mm,
2000s.
yeah,
But
yeah,
jerseys were worn in the 90s.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Jerseys, like I said, when I was seeing Martin, Fresh Prince, and like I said, Dwayne was probably the first one
He
saw
had
them up there.
every I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
now I look back at that stuff and I be like, now you wasn't poor. And y'all, you know how you
Mm,
like look you don't you didn't register that type of stuff when you
yeah.
was young. Now I be looking at a different world like, ain't no way Dwayne. No. Ain't no way he was wearing all that stuff in college and acting like they ain't had no money. Somebody had some goddamn money.
I mean, that still happens to this day, though. I mean, that happens all the time. People will wear this and wear that, and we don't have the money, but they have something.
I'm like, somebody in Dwayne's family had the money because he had all the pieces. Please.
Yeah, yeah. He did have a couple of pieces for sure, especially when it came to that. When did, we would consider also Moesha is a 90s sitcom as well.
It was. It
Uh,
was. It was.
Moesha had her own style
She
as
did. She
well.
had a very like suburban. I don't know nothing about that,
Suburban.
but she had a very like suburban cool girl style, right? It was
Yeah.
like it was cool,
Yeah.
but like what I imagine suburban. It did no girls like that. Did no girls where I was from dressed like that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she wore a lot of overalls. She did the plaid shirts,
Yeah,
a lot of colors, the hats. I was
it was
never like a
very Dion from Clueless, but a little more hood, but still
yes.
more suburban than where I would be from.
Yeah. And
It
that's the
wasn't
mid
as preppy.
nineties. Yeah, it's the mid nineties, so it started changing a little bit when Moesha came. So she's like feeling that moment of where, but I feel like, she played with vibrant prints and playful
Yeah.
colors um often. So that screamed nineties for sure.
Similar to Tia and Tamara on
Oh yeah.
Sister,
TNT Merritt.
especially like the college years, like when they got older.
Dang, what happened to the guy? Did I stop watching that? When did
You
they
know,
get
they got
older?
boyfriends. They started dating Tyreek, and what was the
Oh
bubble
no, I
up?
don't remember none of that.
Oh, see, you were
Oh,
this
no.
right here, Tia and Tamara. This is when they started getting the hair pressed out.
Oh
See
no,
you.
see, I didn't watch it that long. I just remember the early years.
Oh,
Yeah.
see now you missed
Yeah.
the 10 years was
Yeah.
popping.
Yeah. But I knew speaking of Moesha, but she did what they because I came across this article about Moesha and they were talking about how she blended the traditional masculine and feminine silhouette and
Hmm.
creates, something that's
You know what she
looks
did? Wear
more
a lot of like vests
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like now that I'm
Mhm.
thinking about it, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah. And them hats.
Yeah.
Sometimes she wear them hats. And so yeah. So I mean, I think across all of those shows as far as how things were presented, like you see a mix of it now. You see of it across everything we named. We can definitely find it now, and I just think people should choose what's best for their element, what makes you feel comfortable, and just play around with it. I think we're back to the time now where we can, you know, be more playful and fun with how we wear things as opposed to so muted. Because for a long time, for the last 4 years, 5 years, there's been a lot of muted, minimalist
Clean.
style, clean, and
Yeah.
now, like I said, I think we're venturing back into that boldness. I think
Even
it's
with
easier for
men.
women to do, huh?
I say even with men
Yeah.
like that Buck Mason, loafer, trouser, V-neck sweater with a little piece of t-shirt peeking out. I'm like, nigga, where's your personality at? The hell
Yeah,
I got walking around here looking.
bug mace. Yeah, like you have to do some things to show, like you do things. Like I remember, like I probably mentioned this a few episodes. Like I bought, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I bought orange pants, and I remember I got them, and they were like, "Why you got these?" But I love them because it shows some expression. You have to have some pop
Yeah,
of color. Everything can't be so muted. I love black. I love black
me
clothes,
too. Got a
but you
lot of it.
have, yeah, but you have to have some color and some variety. And I think the '90s is what's fun about that. You
Hmm.
took everything you had, the big on the HBCU repping, but as far as those boldness and those patterns and just being fun, I think that is coming back, and I think that's what's needed, especially particularly in when it comes to men's fashion. I think
Hmm.
a lot of women are starting it before the men are right now, um, because I feel like women feel like I mean women just do. Women are just smarter in general sometimes when it comes to these things, and men are sometimes late to catch on. But I think just bold expressions should come back into play because that's what makes you who you are. Like everybody can't walk around looking the same, all monotone and monochromatic and black, gray, and just where's the fun in that?
I would like to see men play with more shade, right? So if you're not like a bold color person, you could add interest. Like if you want to wear black every day, like you could make black interesting if you were to play around with like a shape or a silhouette. But I feel like most
Shake,
men
Like how it's found.
The shape of your clothes. Like you said, the suits are, they are widening back out. Don't
Oh
go
yeah, yeah,
back to like super wide suits, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe play around with the cut instead of having it all the way down. Maybe have like a shorter cut on your jacket or, something very much something,
Mm,
get you some plissé, some isibiaki like trousers with the pleats in it. Got a little texture on it. It gives it a little more character. So,
mm,
maybe wear some pleated pants. Like that's what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, no.
You don't have to be like me with like shoulder pads and like the a doo 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 hanging off the side. I don't necessarily
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah, for
like, you know
sure.
what I'm saying? But
No, that's what I'm saying. You just make it your own. It can still be masculine in a way that you present it.
yeah,
Like, yeah, and I think sometimes people are just afraid to do that.
yeah,
I mean, we give you perfect examples. Even if what I'm saying, just go back and look at the '90s. That's what it is. The bold patterns. Look at that living color. Look at how just you
yeah.
saw
That's another
everything.
good one.
Everything just pops off the screen. Everything is just it's vibrant. It's like, oh yes, this is what we're getting into. So
That's
yeah,
another good, a good show to like think about.
yeah, I mean, Living Color had it, man. Living Color had it for sure. You can talk sometimes. I mean, we can even talk about Family Matters. Or sometimes with a certain style on Family Matters.
I really love Laura's style on Family Matters. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting about that show, but Laura
yeah,
had really good style on Family Matters.
yeah, yeah. They had some were better than others. I didn't care for how the parents were dressed all the time,
Yeah,
but this
they
Harriet,
presented a lot older than what they were supposed to be. Honestly, like
yeah, that was
which
a
I
lot.
mean, that was just like sort of like I think they were our age on that show. And I know for the goddamn well, I don't look like no goddamn
Yeah.
Harry. I
Another no, yeah. Another good one, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was another,
Oh, yes. Again, that would be another
Hanging
show where he was like
Fly,
LL Cool
Jamie
J,
Foxx Show, LL Cool J, In and
In
Out.
the
What's that?
House,
In the
In the
House.
House.
That's what it was. In the
He was
House.
really fly. Maya Kimball's. Oh my god.
Liam Campbell, yeah.
I got one.
Mhm.
Parenthood.
Oh yeah,
Parenthood.
Parenthood for sure. Yes.
Zaria on
Zaria was fly.
Parenthood. Best
She was
hair,
fly.
best
Zaria was fly.
outfit.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Zaria
yes.
was fly. Parenthood, Jamie Foxx show.
Mm-hmm.
You had those. Yeah, I forget. Parenthood was a good one.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so many. That's what I'm saying. Oh, how could I forget this? The Wayans brothers. Oh my
Sean,
goodness.
I mean Marlon.
Marlon was
Bro.
fresh as hell
Marlon
on the
was
Wayans
very
brothers.
absolutely.
Marlon was
Absolute.
fresh as hell. And Marlon
Absolutely.
had everything. This is like when you
Absolutely.
had Mecca, Aniche,
Yep.
Fat Farm, all that. Marlon, they was killing it with the Jays, the Timberlands,
Yes.
everything. Yeah, Marlon was fly. Marlon
Yes.
don't get his credit. Marlon was fly.
He does. That was a
Mm,
fly ass how did we forget that? That was a
yeah,
fly character for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't
For
close it
sure.
out without talking about the Wayans brothers.
Because
Because the
people gonna
Wayans
be
brothers,
like, "What about Marlon?"
yeah,
Yes,
Marlon
for
was fresh.
sure. Hell yeah.
Marlon up there. Yeah, I know a lot of people put Fresh Prince, obviously, just because Will was
Yeah.
defining it. Will started a lot, but Marlon was fresh. Marlon was just silly as hell. So it was
He
just
was just goofy, but yes, he was very
they used
fresh.
to have all like the Tommy Hilfiger jackets, like
That's what I'm
the I
saying.
had like this silver one that Marlon had. It was the silver one I had in high school. There was like a reflective Tommy Hilfiger jacket. That
He
was so
had
fly.
on and I bought this jacket and I wore it to my very first concert. I went to it by myself. It was Jay-Z and the Rough Riders. It was like
Oh,
Jay
Cash
Z.
Money. Oh no, you talking about the Hard Not Life?
Yes.
Yes, so
I
there you
got on a fucking
go.
bus and went to that
Mm,
concert by
mm.
myself because my
Oh,
friends was like, "We don't listen to Jay-Z." I'm like, "He fine.
mhm.
I'm going to." I literally bought a ticket, went by myself. Marlon had on a blue, like a swish swish, like Tommy Hilfiger jacket, and when you pop that bitch up in the back, you know how to, like stuff the hood in the
Yeah,
zipper? It was yellow under the hood.
this fire.
I saved all my points.
Mm.
I went and bought that motherfucking jacket from Macy's, and I wore that to the concert with some Tommy jeans. Remember the Tommy jeans kind of had the like Tommy around like the Jabos did?
Yeah,
Full Tommy fit with a striped Tommy shirt with like the Tommy patch on. I was like, I will never forget. And I bought that because Marlon had that fucking blue and yellow and red Tommy jacket on the episode. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to buy that.
90
Listen,
style icon for sure.
for sure.
So yeah, we just want to give you all a taste of how everything, comes back around and how black people are cemented in the foundation of
Yes.
how everything, like, we are the culture. Everything is styled from us. Even just look, turn on your TV, turn on your commercials, listen to vernacular, listen to what they put in jingles, and most definitely listen to what people are wearing. It comes back to us. So people, express yourselves, uh, you know, and just be
And don't
fun
be
with
so
it.
literal. Don't
Yeah.
be so literal. You don't have to do exactly what you see. Like, style is cyclical. Trends are like it comes around. But what makes it great is that like every generation puts their own spin on it. What I worry about Gen Z and like younger generations is that there won't be anything to reference from this generation because they spend so much time trying to replicate the generations before them. And I'm like, y'all have got to create something for yourselves so that younger generations have something to look at and pinpoint. Like, there's nothing like right now that people can pinpoint and say that is very specifically Gen Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all might want to get on that.
Yeah. And then, I mean, and if you want, like I said, just put your own spin on it. Like, we representation is in the fashion. So in the shows
Yeah,
that we talked about, that they were on mainstream TV. So it showed the diversity, like you talked about with Whitley and uh Kim Fields, and
yeah.
how diverse it was. So black people were not a monolith. So you can do that. You can show how professional dress versus street style.
Mm.
You have also the cultural impact when we talk about, just like I said earlier, creating the blueprint for not only how the black characters could be styled on TV, but how black people are styled in general. And like you said, what's missing today? We don't have that. We don't have the importance of, the same costume design and stylist or intentional styling,
Yeah.
the same way we did with those 90s sitcoms. So
And
it's
that's why
something
when
that's,
people say it's not that serious, my bad, before I cut you off, but when we talk about like representation on TV, like we don't have any black shows, like when we are always making this push about the lack of black representation, this is why, right? Because like I said, as elder millennials, we have all of these things to call back to as it relates to like culture and stuff like that. And these kids don't have that like at all. And when people are like, it's not that deep, it is that deep, it is that big of a deal because those shows help shape not only culture, but it helped shape our identities, like things that we didn't see in person. I didn't know a Whitley Gilbert in person. I didn't know a girl like Whitley until I was in high school and I met my friend's cousin or aunt who just happened to have gone off to school to like a HBCU. And that
mm,
was my first time seeing what I thought was like a real life Whitley Gilbert in person. So like that was my only measure of like what I could possibly be by like seeing it on TV. So like even beyond style, it's always a big deal. When people are like, it's not that big of a deal. It's always a big deal.
mm, yeah, it
It's a big deal.
matters. And representation in fashion matters.
Damn it.
And these characters show how they express themselves through black style. That's what we want to, also convey to the audience. So audience, let us know. Share your favorite 90s sitcom style icons, or which character that you dress more like or more relate to, as
Yeah.
we did here. Send us. Let us know. Let us know. Did you ever figure out the email we're supposed to share with what we're supposed to share with the people? The email, because we gonna do these Q&As, and
Listen, we'll put it on the screen.
we'll
We'll put it on because I don't have it on my phone because I ran out of space. I had to put all the email information on my laptop, so I can't quickly get to the
no, it's
email.
all good.
Maybe I might have it on my yes.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
we
y'all
got it.
can send us some email.
We
I got
bike.
it right here. We bike. Make sure if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, whatever. If y'all want to tell us y'all business, y'all can do that because we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
want to get into like listener letters. So
Yes.
if y'all want to tell us y'all tea, whatever the case may be, y'all can actually email us at write this down pod. That's write this down pod at gmail.com. And just know if you once you send it to the email, it's our business.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes.
redact your name so nobody knows it's you.
Yes. Yes.
But
And
once you send it, it's ours, baby.
and also, we, listen, subscribe, rate, and review so we can have more people find out about Write This Down and
Exactly.
submit your questions as well. And so
We
we're
are
still
on
going.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
And then you can also watch us on YouTube. So that's where you can find us.
YouTube, shout out YouTube. And we're gonna call off like that. We will
Yeah.
see you all next time on Write This Down.
Peace.